There was this one doll I saw and I really wanted to have her, but I was not able to afford her. So I thought maybe I find something similar online. And yeah, the whole deal with her was that she was fairly articulated, and I thought, yeah, maybe I can buy a doll and give her articulation myself. And the doll that I saw was obviously not this one, because first of all, she is articulated because she's a made to move doll. But second of all, she's far too small. The original doll I saw was the fairly movable Rapunzel. We have her only for reference because the Rapunzel doll is, I think, 80 centimeters big. And you know where this is going, right? I wanted a frickin' huge doll. And I wanted it to be articulated. So I went onto the eBay and I found two dolls as a set. The first one, we call her lovingly Blondie. This rather small individual. Please don't show your breasts. I would be very happy about that. We show them later. Blondie here is 1 meter and 5 centimeters huge, so fairly big. But she has some problem, as does the other girl that came with her. If you notice that she is missing an arm, I have it here. Both of them have some arm problems, and they are fairly stiff. Just to mention the elephant in the room, or the doll in between, I put her here just for size comparison. Now, with that out of the way, both of these girls need definitely new hair, new faces, new clothing. Both of them will get some more articulation. I am going to chop them into pieces and then, rearrange their bodies with more articulation, and we will get the reroot part. But because I think with these two girls that will take some time, these videos will be more of a monthly update. Today, first video. Let's talk about what we already have and what we already know. Let's start with Blondie here. Blondie. She has slightly strange proportions. I'm not sure if you are able to see it. Maybe this way. I think her arms are a bit too short for her body, and her torso is a bit too long for the rest of her. So she might lose 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters when we cut her up and put her back together, because I think I want to get rid of some of her belly structure to give her a more proportionate body. I really like her face. That is why I bought these two. But I think the original maker of her didn't do her that much of a favor with how her face is printed. I'm really looking forward to repainting her, but I have no idea what I want to make with her. The only thing so far that I bought for her is some hair that will potentially get used on her. I have a light pink, a teeny tiny bit darker pink, a light blue, and a turquoise. These are the colors I bought so far, just because I liked the colors. I'm not sure how I want to combine them, if I want to combine them at all, but at the moment, this is all I have for Blondie. So, obviously, Blondie is not going to stay blonde. If you have a great suggestion what I should do with her, and I like the suggestion, I might do something completely different with her, and have to come up with something for this hair. So, Basically, that's it for Blondie. So say goodbye to her. And let me reintroduce you to this girl. If you grew up during the 90s, there is quite the big chance that you know who this is. This is Jasmine from Aladdin. Of course, the Disney movie. I have to say, I don't think that she looks as or that similar to Jasmine, but with the clothing, with the hair, you can assume that at least they tried to make her look like Jasmine. And now comes the big problem. Originally, I just wanted to have Blondie, but with Jasmine, I have to say, I really like the doll. I don't like her as Jasmine, but I like the doll. And originally I thought, with her profile being quite nice, she could make a great Isabel from Encanto. But then I thought, and here you will see me do a small rant with the way our world works. If I would take her and turn her into anything else, there is the potential of someone getting annoyed by it and feeling the need to complain and telling everything what kind of messy person I am because I took an Arabian princess from a fictional Arabian country that never existed and turned her into a Colombian girl. So, to avoid any of this, and yes, I'm sure there will be plenty of it anyway. So because of all that, she will stay Jasmine. I'm not going to change anything about her or anything about who she is. I will change everything about how she looks. Because, yeah, I think the costume is slightly boring and her dreadlocks can use some care, and by care I mean chopping them off. But I am not going to base my Jasmine on the animated Jasmine only. I will use a combination from the real life action Jasmine that was portrayed by Naomi Scott, because I really love the costumes. The haul for Jasmine starts with some black braiding hair. This braiding hair is insanely long. It's twice the length of normal braiding hair, and I bought that because I want her to have frickin' long hair. If possible, her hair will reach the ground. I want to show you the fabrics that I bought. This first part is basically a haul from a local Indian store that sells fabrics and saris and stuff like that. I went there and yeah, it was expensive. Just to say that now. With everything I bought so far for her, she will be more expensive than if I had bought the Rapunzel doll. For the basic dress, I have a very turquoise satin, because just I wasn't able to decide which one. I have a darker one as well. I want to buy a gold satin as well because I think as a base underneath that would work quite nice. I want to buy a turquoise chiffon fabric as well because I am not so fond of the sheen or the shininess of satin. I like satin when it comes to touching it. But I think in a costume it always looks quite cheap it looks better if you layer something on top of it. And when the shine comes through that, it does not look as, cheap. This one. It is a tulle fabric with gold embroidery, and there are some beads, there are some rhinestones. It is glittery, it is shimmery, it looks expensive, it looks beautiful. I love it. I'm so looking forward to taking parts of that, layering it on top of the other fabrics, because I think this is a very, very pretty fabric. And because I thought so, I had to buy it in gold as well. I just bought a little bit less. These are our basic fabrics so far. When I went there, I did buy some trim already. I bought 2 different trims. This one is obviously, quite surprisingly, a gold one, as well as this one. Both of them have golden rhinestones on it. And yeah, I want her to be a shiny, glittery mess. Basically. Both of these I think are quite pretty. We are coming to some stuff that I bought not specifically for this project. I bought it in front before I thought about this project or something like that. And yes, I did buy some of the stuff on Wish. Later there will be a whole portion of the video with stuff that I bought on Temu. And I know it's questionable to buy from these sources. First thing I want to show you. This is a scarf. I did buy this on Wish because I thought it was pretty. It has a peacock motif embroidered on this, turquoise tulle-ish fabric with gold and black, and the peacock feathers go over all of the scarf. And my hope is that I will be able to use this for her pants, because I think layered on some satin, this might look fairly pretty. Next is this ribbon, trim, whatever you will call it. I just put it to with the other stuff because I thought the color scheme with the black, the turquoise and the gold would work with the rest of the doll. And then I have a golden ribbon that you may be not even able to see, and a glittery golden ribbon that I bought locally. So yeah, if we are going to use these, I'm not sure. So now this leaves us with the fairly big Temu haul. Temu haul, part 1, rhinestones. I am now just showing you one of those, but I will put all of them here and film that separately. There was a selection of rhinestones that you can sew on. They are encased in a golden thing to sew on, and then you have the teal rhinestone on top. I do think they look quite nice. They do look fairly glittery. By the way, none of this is sponsored by Wish, Temu or anything else. Just to put that out there. I bought all of this with my own money, and yeah, so. Then, in our tradition of having some fancy trim, I found this one. It is a ribbon of 3 rows of rhinestones. The center one is basically the same turquoise as the rhinestones, the bigger ones, the sew-ons. Then you have the gold frame for them, and some smaller AB rhinestones that are more clear. The AB thing just means that they shimmer in different colors. We have 2 ribbon trims. Both of them look fairly cheap. I'm not sure if I will use them at all, because of the way the ribbon looks, the trim looks, it might cheapen the whole outfit. So we will see. At the moment, I can't see me using those. It was an attempt, but that is the first thing where I saw that buying cheap might not be good always. Then, of course, our girl needs some accessories. And here we are getting into a territory where I'm not sure at all what to do. I bought some different stuff. First of all, we have this necklace that I think is quite beautiful and that works fairly nice with her. And I think if we use this one, it will have to be a bit tighter around her neck. If we don't use this for her neck, we can also use it as a hairpiece. Not sure at the moment. Because we have another option, which is this one. It is originally a fairly tight necklace, but on her it would sit fairly loose, like this. So we would need to tighten it, and I think then it could look quite nice as well. But I'm not sure which one I prefer. I guess we will see that with the costume. I could use this as a belt as well, so options, so many options. We have some hair accessories, because even if I think I want to give her a veil, we still need hair accessories. And for that, we have this peacock brooch. It is silver. That is the only thing I don't like about it, because all of the other stuff I have is golden. So I'm not sure if I want to use it, but we have the peacock motif again, so it could work. If we are not going to use this one, I have 2 hair clips as well, and they are the polar opposite, so they could look quite nice in her hair as well. There is just one last thing. I was not able to resist. If we do Jasmine, she has to have a little lamp. I know this one is fairly small, and I'm not sure if a bigger one would have been better, but I do think it is quite pretty. We already have quite a lot of stuff. And I do think the picture that is forming in my head for her is a very pretty one. And with that, our first video about these 2 girls comes to a close. I am quite, let's say, interested in how they will look in the end. At the moment, I'm not sure. I'm quite confident that Jasmine will look quite nice in the end. With her, we will see. I hope you enjoy this project. I hope you join me in my journey, or on my journey. And if you like to, let me know what you would like to see done with her. I'm fairly interested in your ideas. I will say goodbye for this video, and hope we will see us in another one. Have a great time, whatever you are doing, and until then, bye.